Oh yeah, we still never
I think
did the
anybody.
can thing where we like
Oh,
all
we
do
never
the
did the
can
can thing.
together.
That's fast. That moment's over.
I mean, no, I mean at this point,
I guess we still can.
nice
I
pun.
think we should do it.
Yeah, yeah. There's no
I think we should
reason
do it,
not
and no one
to.
would know what the hell we're doing.
Well, it's like it should just like we should just post the video of it without it being announced or anything. It just shows up out of nowhere.
No one would have any idea what's happening.
Okay, that was interesting. I think I heard you echo through Jake's mic there.
Uh, oh,
That was weird. Well, maybe not, or Jake's mic was just going at the same time, but that sounded weird. Shalom, can you talk again?
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah,
You doing it? You hear me through Jake?
yeah. That's so weird, because I can't hear me through Jake, but I can hear you through Jake.
why is my shit broken? Because last time the audio wasn't picking up through my headphones, and now it's picking up Shalom through my headphones.
What does that mean?
Well, it's like his Discord settings changed at some point, maybe, I guess? I don't know. Shalom, you also sound kind of muffled now.
I sound muffled?
Okay, well, that's a lot better. That's a lot clearer now.
I just
Whatever.
keep doing this. I can just. I'm just like close to my mic, probably as close as I should be. But I tend to move around when I get into these things.
Yeah,
I
your
keep
your
moving.
your audio ranges so much.
Try and be a bit more consistent. Even then, I just moved in and out. I just gotta find a position to stick in and just stay with it. I think I'm gonna do the owling position.
All right.
That's
That
not comfortable.
yeah.
How is it if I'm like this?
That's
Like
good.
this? I think I can keep this up.
Um Jake, did you figure out
My
the
mic sound at this level.
you sound a lot quieter.
I just need it. I'm trying. So if I just talk louder, then is that all right? If I just talk like this,
I mean, well like why? Why are
I'm
you
just trying to be
quieter now?
comfortable. I thought I was comfortable in the other position, and it wasn't working.
Can you not bring the mic forward anymore?
How does this? How's this?
That's better.
Okay, I can make this work.
Jake, did you figure out your audio? You sounded better when you were talking there.
I'm just muting myself.
So, do you know why that's happening?
I have no clue.
Shalom, do you want to talk and see if it's still happening?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That is so weird. Because it doesn't happen when I talk, but it happens when Jake talks. Or when Shalom talks.
I'll just try to keep my mic muted, I guess, but I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that's a lot of extra work for you. I mean, is your is your Discord output on the right setting, like for your headphones?
Should be, yeah.
Huh.
I was looking, I was checking, but yeah.
That's yeah. I mean,
Sounds good with my headphones.
that's just wild.
My
That's just
mic
weird.
is not my headphone mic, so I don't know why it's being weird, but
Yeah, but I mean, like, if as long as like I don't know how it could pick up the sound if the sound is coming out of your headphones and especially the fact that it's not picking up my like. Am I a lot quieter than Shalom?
no, I got your guys' volume pretty equal.
Maybe okay. That's so like I that's so weird. Like that's gonna just because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's kinda fucky.
That's so weird. That's it. That's just gonna bug me, even though it doesn't matter. It's just gonna bug me because why is that why is that happening? Because I don't
I
understand
mean,
why it's
it might
happening.
sound it might actually like affect your recording though, because then your recording's gonna pick up. What if he's
Yeah,
echoing? An echo in your recording. And if it's echoing, I can't hear it, but it might be echoing in my recording then.
what if y'all just leave the call and join back?
Sure.
All right, Shalom, speak. What the fuck? That's so weird. Is it making Shalom noises when Shalom talks out of my mic?
No. I haven't heard it.
That's so fucking weird.
I'm confused. What's happening?
Whenever you talk, it also comes out of Jake's mic.
Like, I'm seeing my microphone activate when you talk.
I don't get it. Confused. That's weird. Well, I guess we can get to the bottom of it later, but for now, why don't we just have Jake mute and unmute and mute?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to.
Well, let's just make do with what we got. Let's make a podcast. Well, Jake, I guess we didn't go over what topics you have.
Or you.
I got 2 solid topics I might talk about, yeah.
I only got 5, but one I don't remember fully what I wrote down the note, but I don't know what it means.
That's my favorite.
I also realized, I guess it doesn't really matter if we say that it's like around Christmas time because Christmas changes. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Christmas is the same everywhere. Right.
Yeah.
What?
So 58 minutes is less than an hour.
True.
No, but I mean like in terms of, you know how like Thanksgiving, like American and Canadian Thanksgiving are different. That's not the same with Christmas. Right?
No.
Also, people don't celebrate Christmas all the way around the world. It's like a Christian holiday.
Are we Canadian Christians? Is there a difference between Canadian Christians and American Christians?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because there's like Christmas, there's Hanukkah. I don't know what Islamic religions do for these holidays.
Wait. So you're saying Christmas isn't a stat everywhere?
No, I mean, it
Like,
might
not
be a
everywhere around
stat
the world.
holiday, but it's not like a Christmas holiday. It would just be like a winter holiday.
I know, but I'm saying in terms of like people getting a paid day off. Isn't that a worldwide thing?
I would assume not, because I assume in countries that don't celebrate Christmas, they probably have like a different holiday or no holiday that is probably not on the same day.
Interesting.
I know, like, for example, I just know that Jewish people don't celebrate Christmas because they do Hanukkah instead.
Right.
But, like, there's other
Kinda
religions
weird
too.
that those just happen to overlap too. I
Yeah.
wonder why.
Well, I mean, Jesus was
They're different
Jewish.
religions. Right, but why do they still overlap? Somehow.
Surely there's, yeah, there's probably more overlaps than just that in those religions. I mean, I feel like there's more similarities than differences in most religions, period.
What is that sentence?
Like,
Start recording. Hey,
What the fuck was that? What?
I just wanted to get the recording going, and then I stopped for some reason. I thought I heard something, and for some reason at that particular moment, I felt bad over talking, like talking above over.
what is happening? Are you okay? Are you having like a stroke?
This is arguably a podcast.
Shalom.
Jake.
And I'm Liam.
Let's talk about some stuff. In a minute.
So, okay, I kind of lost where we were right there. I'll be honest.
That holidays. You said they have more. Religious holidays are more often similar than different.
Religions are more similar than they are different. I feel like in
But
general.
the topic was holidays.
The topic was holidays, and that
Yeah.
Christmas.
Religion's a whole thing I don't think you should get into. But holidays specifically are more similar than different.
Yeah, I mean,
This whole conversation makes me nervous. I feel like we're walking a very fine line of getting shut down.
When are we not though?
We don't record.
Arguably a fine line. Yeah, I mean, We were talking about Christmas and Hanukkah. I don't know what other Christmas holidays there are in other religions. I don't know what other winter holidays there are in other religions.
Oh, how much do you know about either?
Nothing.
Like religion wise. Like,
I know that Christmas is 1 day and Hanukkah is 12 days, I think.
do you know enough for this to be a talking point in the podcast, or should we just gloss over the?
We should just glass the planet. Well, wait, there's also 12 days of Christmas. Wait, how does wait
Nice.
wait a minute. They are more similar than we thought.
Mind equals blown.
This is crazy.
So I did have something that I wanted to talk about.
Well, actually, before we stray too far from the topic, what are you guys doing for Christmas holidays? For winter holidays for the people who don't celebrate Christmas?
Dude, don't even get me started. Christmas for me this year is such a clusterfuck of events, man.
Perfect.
No, it's not. So it's like being in a relationship already makes it difficult. Just trying to, because obviously you want your significant other to be at the things that you're at, like all the family things.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend's parents are divorced, so it's just extra family things all over the place, man. It's like I'm literally celebrating Christmas from the 23rd to the 28th.
Nice. So just like the 23rd, you're doing something. The 25th, you're doing something. Then the 28th are all Christmas Day for you.
Pretty much. It's like I guess there is a few gaps in between.
Yeah.
But it's like on the 23rd doing something with the siblings.
And then it's Christmas Eve.
That's Christmas Eve.
Well, no, I'm saying after the 23rd, and then it's Christmas Eve.
And then it's Christmas Eve. Then I'm doing stuff with family. Then Christmas Day doing stuff with family. And Boxing Day I'm doing stuff with family. And then I got
Are you boxing with family?
Oh no. I'm literally doing stuff every day from 23rd to the 28th. Yeah, literally every single day I have something on because I have to travel to get to my girlfriend's mom's place, and then we're spending a few days over there.
Okay.
Basically, we're there from the 26th to the 28th.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Christmas is... I'm going to get so fat. I'm going to eat so much food. I'm going to get so fat. I should do like a before weight, Christmas weight, and an after Christmas weight. I'm going to put on so much.
That's like what all of the NPCs talk about. Is how much weight they gain over the holidays.
What do you mean the NPCs?
the the NPCs.
Yeah, that's some major NPC energy right there.
I don't understand. Like, I'm a playable character.
But all yeah, anyways. Yeah, that sounds hectic.
What do you got going on?
On Christmas, we'll be celebrating Christmas. On either the 26th.
No fucking way. No. Don't tell me. Oh, sorry. Lecture. Might have been on this. I thought it might have been funny, and then as I started doing it, I was like, this isn't even a little bit funny.
Now it's funny. Nice.
Anyway, on Christmas, you'll be celebrating Christmas, not Hanukkah.
That's correct. I mean, I don't even think Hanukkah is on Christmas. I think it's earlier in December. Doesn't it start on the 1st of December? I don't know. It starts. I don't think Hanukkah, because it's like I think. Anyways,
Even New Year's is celebrated at different dates for different cultures or religions.
yeah, because like the specific one that comes to mind would be Chinese New Year.
Yeah, and I think there's also like there's another New Year that's on my calendar. Actually, I was looking at it and I was like, what the hell? What does that mean? Where is it? First day. No. Oh,
Yeah,
I lost it. But there's another New Year.
right.
I didn't even know what it was.
Like far enough, because I mean, if you go far enough back, you just have like different cultures that don't talk to each other. So it's just like, well, the year starts here for us, so this is the new year. Um, but yeah, no, on Christmas we'll be doing that. Christmas Eve we'll probably not be doing anything. Actually, I think on the 23rd I'll be doing like the big family Christmas, and then on 24th it'll just be like, I don't know, the closer family, just everyone who lives at the house. Maybe my sister and brother will come over. Probably not though, because my brother's not coming over because he's got his own kids, so they'll be doing something over there. And Christmas Day, he'll probably come over here for Christmas Day after they do their Christmas thing at his house. And then I think on either the 26th, the 27th, or like the 29th, I'll be doing like a little another Christmas celebration, a little Secret Santa thing. And on the 28th, I'm going to be going skiing, or well, specifically snowboarding. So that's going to be fun. How about you, Jake?
I have the Secret Santa thing too. I don't like Secret Santas, man. I want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy a gift. Like I got my fiance's dad as my Secret Santa, so I gotta get him something, man.
Right.
Instead of just receiving shit, now I have to get him something. But
Yeah, I would rather just like agree that everybody spends the same amount of money and just buys himself something.
yeah, that would be good. But yeah, all my Christmas is happening at her family stuff because my family is all over the fucking place.
Right.
So yeah, I'm only doing stuff with her family, like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to avoid shopping.
Understandable.
Trying to get it all done right now because Cyber Monday for one thing.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh yeah, that brings up one of my topics was that one of the good things I think that came out of COVID is that instead of Black Friday, it seems like a lot of places are doing like Black Friday week or like 2 weeks.
Oh
The
yeah.
whole weekend, or you just get a lot more time. It's a lot less crowded, and that's only because of COVID, which is, I think that's pretty nice. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, like I didn't even realize that Black Friday was like last Friday because I've been seeing Black Friday sales been going on for at least 2 weeks. It's like
Yeah,
it's like the month of November.
exactly. Yeah, right after Remembrance Day. It's Black Friday week. It's Black Week. Wait, no, that's not.
It's Black Half Month.
What did you just try to do there?
Black Month, but I think that's already a thing. Isn't that like February or something?
Well,
I
there's
don't know.
Black History Month, but this is just
Okay.
Black Month.
It's just
Black History and Black Present Month.
Yeah. Has that not been a thing for a while though now? Just in terms of Black Friday going on for longer than just Friday?
Well, I'd say it's been going on for like 2 years now since COVID happened. I feel like.
I thought it was always a thing of just Black Friday happening. Like long for the for long.
For the dirt. Oh, that was good.
It's happened to me so much today. So for work, we have to record. So for context, I work as a mechanic, and we do this new thing at work now where we record videos to send to the customers as we're like working on their car, so they can kind of see how the process goes. They're basically like YouTube instructional videos. And as I'm making them, I have to talk and explain what I'm doing, and I'm tripping over my words. So halfway through the video, I'm talking normally, being like, "Yeah, these are your brake pads," and then I stutter and go, and I just feel like Porky the Pig the whole time. And I'm like, "Ah, shit!" And you can't do any editing on these videos. It's kind of a one take. I'm like, "Ah, fuck."
You should just, every time after you do that, you should just flip the camera around, zoom in on your face, and just smile.
It's one way of doing it, I guess. I don't know if I want them to know. 'Cause they could potentially just save these videos, and I don't want them getting re-uploaded with me. Just not that there's anything wrong with people to be working. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, you really dug yourself a hole with that.
Okay, it's better than Black Month.
We could cut that part out, right? Speaking of things that I don't know, I don't.
Speaking of
I
things
got
that I don't know.
I got things that I want to talk about, but they're so scattered, and I just don't know where to start because I feel like I left off at a good spot to talk about one of the things because it involves me. I feel like it could potentially be screw it. We'll just talk about it. What do you guys think I do better than most? Because you know how they say everybody just has like their thing that they're good at, and life is just kind of finding out what that thing is. But everybody has a thing that they're better at than most. I don't know what that is for myself. Think about something. I'm like, no, that can't be it. So I wanted to hear your guys' take because I know you have a lot of opinions. I shouldn't say Jake because Jake's nice to me, but Liam, I know you have a lot of thoughts on just stuff that I'm complete shit at.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's true. I'm definitely not
I'd
one
say
to
that's
talk.
true.
I'm not, it's not like I'm saying that I'm like better at you than anything.
No, but I mean, when we go through these, like, since I'd feel like even our audience has a representation of like, oh yeah, Liam's a smart factual guy and Shalom's just getting by.
See, the thing is, like, I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun with you. I'm just having fun here.
The therapist doesn't see it that way.
I mean, if you have a problem with it, then you can talk to me about it. Like, if you don't like the way I talk to you, then
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, it's content. It's funny. Like I don't lose much sleep over it. It's all good. Yeah, no, but back on topic. I actually am curious to know what you guys think because I feel like I have a thing for each of you that I think you both excel in and are better at most people. I shouldn't say most, but a good majority of people. Like obviously, like with the world being so good, you're gonna have doubles of people, multiple people who are able to do things exceptionally well. But I'm curious to know what you guys think because I have answers for both of you, so I'm curious to know what your guys' answers is. I think we could just do a little table conversation, kind of go around and.
I think you should have informed us. Oh fuck! Now I'm doing the flub. I think you should. I think you could have informed us of this one in our little pre-podcast talk, so we could actually have some time to think about it.
I feel like this is one of those things where you don't need time to think about. I just know it for you guys. Like you just like when you think of me, when you be like, yes, like Shalom's good at that. Like if I need a couch moved, I'm calling Shalom. He's good with shapes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I've got something. You're good at working hard. You're a very hard worker, and you work a lot, and that's also something like that I noticed when we were working as laborers, and you were like working like part time because it was like one of your jobs. It was you were just a good worker.
I'm gonna clip this out and send it to everybody I work with now because they would not agree. Like the running joke at my job is how slow it takes me to do things and how slow moving I am. Like, you want to put a part of that on me just constantly being tired all the time from the working I'm doing?
Yeah, I mean, there's also like you work more than full time, and there's an argument that is currently being made around the world with like the fact that 5 days a week, 8 hours a day is more work, is too much work to the point where people are becoming less efficient because they're working more than the optimum hours. Like the optimum hours would be like like a little bit less, or that's what I'm hearing at least.
Yeah, I think I saw the other day an article where there was a bill passed somewhere in the UN or somewhere over in Europe where they're doing 4-day work weeks now. 4 days on, 3 days off.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of jealous of them, you know?
right. And like then there's
That is what I
Shalom
have
working
at one
like
job.
double that.
Well, I do at one job. I do four on, 3 off, but it's like a split, so only 2 of those 3 off are in a row. And they're also 10-hour days, so it still makes up as if I did an 8-hour day, 5 days a week, so 40 hours a week. I appreciate that, man. That made me feel good. I feel like that's I mean, I don't know. That made me feel bubbly inside. I don't know if you ever made me feel that way. Thanks, man. Like, never. It wasn't. I really wasn't expecting that to be your answer, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I mean, it's an honest response, and honestly, I also don't really like. I do have a problem in that, like, I don't personally like go out of my way to like compliment people and like say things to bring them up because like I just feel like they don't need it. Like they're just like they don't need me to hear. They don't need to hear it from me because they already know it. But like that's something that's like wrong in my head because like that's not the case. That's not actually how it is. Hearing people say positive things is actually just like it's just good in general. So like that's definitely a flaw of mine.
I do feel like we need more of that in the world, just more positivity.
Well,
But
not even specifically just like exactly that, just more people being nice to people in general. Just like people going as opposed to like people either doing nothing or going out of their way to be like an asshole or like a nuisance and stuff like that. People either just doing nothing or going out of their way to be nice instead.
I do find it kind of difficult to compliment people, though. Like, not so much people I know, but for maybe strangers or people I don't know as well.
Right.
And I've been trying to change that. Like, since I'm working at the bank now, I'm trying to, like, mention those small things and maybe make people's day, but I feel so awkward doing it. I don't
Right.
Even if it makes them like smile and happy and say thanks, I'm like, it feels weird.
Right, see, like, for me, like, I'm, like, really bad at complimenting people, so, like, I won't try and, like, compliment them, I'll try and, like, make them laugh, like, I'll try to be funny, and, that's how I, like, try to, like, appeal to them, I guess, but, especially with, but then when it gets to somebody who I know who's, like, not a stranger anymore, it's easier to do that, and it's easier to not just, like, dance around the lines that are like offensive and whatever, and so you could actually like get a little like you could get into it and start actually making fun of them, and both of you can actually like get a joke out of it and like enjoy it, as opposed to like if you say it to like a stranger where would you just be like, what the fuck?
it's been my big concern too, is trying to be like, oh, I'm joking with you, and then being like heavily offended, and me just not cluing in into like this huge joke, and then by the end of the interaction, they're like, this guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, see, like it's really hard to like do that with people you don't know. But when you get to the point where you know someone, like that's why I am the way I am with you, is because I feel like I'm at the point where you can like laugh it off because it's a joke. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, so Jake, here's what you got to do. When you're at the bank, you got to stand there, right? When someone comes in, no matter regardless of what else they got going that day, try to get to know like 3 years of them, like be on a 3-year relationship level with them, and then y'all can start cracking the shit.
Dude, there's like there are these ladies that I work with that have been working at the bank for like 20, 30 years, and it just baffles me every day. They're like, "Oh, hey Mark, how's it going? How's your kid? How's your dog? Is your dad doing okay? Hey Joyce, like, are you going to the States anytime soon?" Like, they know everything about everyone they see, and I'm like, holy shit, how do you even remember all that? Like,
Yeah.
it's insane. Like, and everyone loves them. Everyone, like, people wait in line just to talk to them, just to like just to have that small talk stuff, and it's just like, yeah, that's cool, but
Yeah,
I don't even know if I have the capacity to to do that. Like that's so much. I feel like I'd have to work at the bank for like 20 years before that happens.
I mean, it sort of comes like naturally, because like
Wait, so do
when
you think there are people who are just coming in that don't need any bank transactions, but just use that as their social life, talking to the bank teller?
Oh, for sure. They're like we have regulars, like older people who kind of like they'll refuse to do online banking, and then they have transactions that they could do at the ATM, but they just decide to come in and say hi to everybody, and everyone knows them by name, and they kind of just do their rounds and like say hi. If no one's in line, they'll just say hi to everyone. It's an interesting it's an interesting community feeling. It's cool.
yeah, yeah, that's how long have you been working there again?
I started just at the end of March, so I guess like 9 months, 8 months, no, 7 months.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're still like fairly like the point like I mean, are you at the point where you're noticing some regulars? And like
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I've had people like people are starting to know me now, and they're saying hi to me as well, and I'm able to say hi to some people. I know some people by name, but I definitely don't know about their kids and their dog and all that.
yeah, I mean it's also like something that comes with time for them as well cuz like a customer's not just going to like open up about like their like kids and their dog the first time that you're like helping them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I remember when I was working at Tom Harris, but up at the other place, and there were people who would come in and they would only deal with like this like one lady in particular or the manager because they've been like working there and like being helped by them for like years and years, and so it's just like they because they not only do they like they know them specifically as a person like personally, but they also know the situation that like they're in with like what they want help with and that sort of thing, and they become familiar with it, and so it's like easier for them to help them because they already know, they have an idea of what's going on and they know the history.
Yeah.
um
I feel like that's more common too in areas that are just like quieter, right? Like up at the Tom Harris place, that was in a very much smaller community than like Vancouver is, and like you can see new people every single day for the year that you're there versus up there it's kind of you just see the same people.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, and not only that, it's like there's less people, but there's also less options for the people. Like, there's multiple different like there's tons of different branches of every bank over around here, but like over there was probably like maybe two of them in the two different towns, so you don't have those kind of options.
Yeah, fair enough.
So Jake, what do you like about me? What's your favorite thing about me?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Liam covered quite a bit. That's
Said one thing. I got one thing is that I work too much. That's all I got.
I didn't see the thing. The
made you feel
positive,
bubbly inside. It's all good.
the positive attribute isn't that you work too much. The positive attribute is that you're a hard worker, or at least you come across as one. Then now you're telling me that you're not.
Well, no. I am a hard. I'd like to say I am a hard worker. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I guess so. But like you guys got a 2-for-1 there. For two, or I don't know. I felt like Liam, you amped me up so much with that. I'm like, oh shit, if Liam said this, what is Jake gonna say about me? What else don't I know about myself that I do well and that other people appreciate?
Yeah, well, now you just sound full of yourself. You're just yeah, I work hard. Yeah,
It is that is one of the things in life where it's hard to stay humble if everybody's just boosting your ego all the time and just being like, man, you top shit, you did this so good, you carried this. You did blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I feel that way even in video games. Like I'm dog shit at video games, but if I have one round where I like carried the team and I like put us out on top,
You're
I'm like,
shit talking the
that's it.
person on the bottom.
Literally, I'm like, just get off, just log off, delete your account, delete your game.
Why are you playing?
Exactly.
And I mean, like, for me personally, it's like, because like the reason I said that and the reason I noticed that is because like I'm someone who is not like I'm like the opposite of that in that like if I don't want to do something then like there's no shot like I'll be a hard worker and I'll be like I won't even do a good job at it if I don't want to do something. But like if I'm motivated to do something and I want to do it, then like that activates hard worker mode. like
Right.
like it's like for the last like when I started as an electrician, I was like, oh yeah, this is dope. I'm enjoying this. This is cool. But then I started like I don't know. I just kept at it, and then as I was working there, I noticed how much I noticed things about my boss that I didn't like, and I noticed like the ways that he was like treating me and like his outlook on certain things, and I was just like, the more I got to the point where it's just like I'm working hard for this guy that I'm slowly starting to despise. And it's just like it's not necessarily that I didn't want to be an electrician, but it was just that I felt like I should have had more respect and that I should have been treated better, and I just wasn't getting that. And so and that was like a driving force for me like to lose motivation, and I stopped working hard and I started getting lazy a lot of the time. But then now that I quit that and now like I stream full time, I've been streaming. Actually, today was the first day off streaming since like this like midsummer when I started streaming every single day. Like I've been streaming every single day other than when I went to the hospital because you know, I couldn't really stream in the hospital. I did actually do one stream in the
Dare you
hospital.
not stream from the? Oh, never.
I did one stream from the hospital, but that was like a week and a half where I wasn't streaming every day. But then ever since I got back home from the hospital, I've been streaming every day ever since, and it's like today was my first day off from streaming every single day just so I could get some stuff done. Like it's hard to like get stuff done and work on stuff around like the community that I'm trying to build if all I'm doing is I'm just live streaming and I'm live every day. So it's like I'm probably going to start taking like one day off of streaming a week so I can just like work on like editing, putting out YouTube videos, work on like the Discord. That's what I was doing a little bit last night, working on my Discord channel, Discord server. Just like overall, just like working on stuff outside of Twitch. And like another thing I need to start working on is I need to start making new emotes for Twitch. I need to like figure out what kind of emotes I want to make so that like I just have like more emotes for subs and stuff like that. And I need to start planning. I need to start planning. Like I actually on Friday I did like this new event thing that I got going on. A new kind of stream called Twitch Plays Realm of the Mad God, where because I'm sure you guys have actually I don't know if Shalom's heard of Twitch Plays Pokemon because Shalom doesn't know what Twitch is, but I'm sure Jake has heard of Twitch Plays Pokemon. It's where like the chat basically controlled one of the old Pokemon games. And
I haven't seen that for the Pokemon. That's pretty cool. I've seen that for other games though.
Okay.
Like, I've seen that for chess. I've seen
okay.
chess votes on the next move, and then that's just what automatically gets played after like 5 seconds.
Right, fair enough. I'm pretty sure Twitch Plays Pokemon was like the first one that really like made it a thing. And then there's been like Twitch Plays Halo, Twitch Plays blah blah blah, put Twitch Plays chess. But like Twitch Plays Pokemon was huge. There were tons of people like getting involved with it, because it was simply like if you typed like a movement in the chat, then the character would move as the chat did, because it was like it was a code that read the chat and input it into the device controlling the game. And of course, I'm not as advanced in like coding at all. Like I don't know how to code, so I just set it up with like channel redemption, like channel points, so people can redeem things, and I'll just do whatever they redeem. And it was a ton of fun. So now every week on Fridays, I'm just gonna do Twitch plays from with the Mad God, and so I'm just gonna work on stuff like that. Today I made a new server, so a new Discord server for like collaborating with other streamers, like Realm streamers. And so we've got like a bunch of other people around the same community size as me, and then as well as like the two biggest Realm of the Rad God streamers just joined it as well. And so there's like I'm really looking forward to like collaborating and doing a lot of stuff with those guys. So but yeah, I'm just gonna be spending a lot more time, or at least I'm gonna be spending a day every week just working on stuff outside of just spending time live, because like it's hard to grow a Twitch channel if all you do is stream on Twitch. Like you get so much more exposure through YouTube, and like obviously there's TikTok as well, but I don't have a TikTok account. I don't think I'm going to go down that avenue.
Honestly, like those clips, they do get to a lot more people. Like YouTube,
Yeah.
Shorts. Like if I click on one that I want to watch, and then it automatically goes to the next one is something unrelated, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's cool. That guy's funny. Like I actually recently I found a new artist on Spotify by looking at YouTube Shorts for I think I was just watching some Apex shorts or something like that, and then it went to next, and then it went to a dude that makes music on Spotify, and then I was like, oh, this is funny, this is cool, and then I ended up finding him on Spotify, and now I've liked all his songs because he's good. And yeah, it's interesting how that works.
Yeah, no, like YouTube Shorts is an amazing like branch for getting exposure. Like I don't know if I tried. I don't know if it's as good necessarily as TikTok, but YouTube is a platform that I want to expand on. And so YouTube Shorts would be a great way to do that, and then get people from YouTube to like tune into the Twitch stream, or like get people from Twitch to start like checking out my YouTube content as well.
So that was gonna be the thing I was gonna say for you. I feel like the past like 20 minutes or whatever we've been talking just like summed up the thing that I was gonna say for you like very well, is that you're just you, as in being Liam, or just super.
Oh, I thought you said you're good at being you.
Oh no. You're just super analytical, and it creates you to be super old in ways that people would be like, this is stupid, it's not going to work out for him, like this is a huge gamble he's taking. But then most people, I feel like, can't see like, I guess, the method to your madness on just how like all the dominoes are lined up, and you're just like, no, I'm like, I've thought about that, I got all that covered. And you're just very good at being self-sufficient and in planning yourself.
I thank you. I would say that I'm not good at planning, but like when you said like analytical, that's like I definitely think a lot, and like I don't know if I think too much.
It's crazy considering you don't have a voice in your head.
Well, it's like if I don't have the voice in my head to talk to, so it's just me talking all the time.
To who?
It's me thinking all the time. My brain doesn't have that fucking voice to bounce off of, so my brain just left alone to think.
Yeah. No, like that's always been something where I've been like, yeah, Liam's like good at that shit. Or if I'm like, I don't get how, or even doing this podcast, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And you make it make sense, and then I'm like, ah shit, he was right, even though fuck him. Well, I think for Jake was gonna be that Jake's just like really creative and like taking nothing and making something from it, a way that works for him, because he'll be like, oh, I can't do it this way, but I can do it that way, and piecing things together with like, he's good at I guess he's creative and resourceful in gathering like what he needs and being able to use what he knows well to achieve a task, I guess. And just in terms of even creating or just getting somewhere or getting something done, he'll be like, "Oh, I have no fucking idea how to do it this way, but I'm gonna do it this way because the end result is the same, and if not better." I feel like Jake's very good at that.
Interesting. Thanks. You have an example? What do you mean? Like, what are you thinking right now? Because I'm trying to think of how I'm creative. I can't.
Well, just even
Well, you
in
like
terms
creating
of, like,
things.
well, even in terms of art, like Jake's like good with art and like drawing and stuff and like tracing and matching like colors and whatnot. So that's where the creativeness came from. Then in just terms of living your life and planning out your day to day and just being like, okay, I don't have a car, but I can get by without having a car. Like I couldn't go as long as you have without. Well, I guess you didn't have a car because you didn't have your license, but I also would have just got my license. And you, not saying that you didn't. I know you tried and it didn't work out, but then just not having it, you're like, I'm not gonna let this thing get me down. Life carries on. I'm gonna go on with things, and then you just made it work with what you got.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, I also think like from the other side of that, in terms of if you want to put those two together, like I could picture you being someone. I know you did that whole computer thing, or like that computer design, but I feel like if anybody, like if I had to pick someone to try and make something out of Lego, but giving no prompts or instructions as to what that thing was, and I was like, here's a shit ton of Lego pieces, build me a whatever. I feel like you'd be able to just look at the pieces and be like, oh yeah, I can make that with the pieces that I have here.
New stream idea? That actually sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, that was my things for both of y'all, but I don't know if we want to keep in this.
I mean, yeah, like I yeah, I can definitely see the like how you say that Jake's like creative in that. Yeah, I can see that. I just try to be realistic in my like thinking.
I feel like we've been hyping each other up too much. This is out of character for us. We're losing a lot of viewership this way. I think we got to bring each other down a peg. Should we all go around and say one thing we all really suck at, like our worst trait at each person?
I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like we could like talk about.
I got that answer pretty quick as well.
I mean,
I got answers for those.
You can start then.
Who? I mean, I'll start with. I guess I can start with Jake since I started with you last time. I'd say the I shouldn't say the one notch on Jake's belt, but the one thing Jake could use a little improvement in is I'd say like his punctuality isn't necessarily the right word because he'll be on time, but just how he gets there, he always leaves you on the edge of the seat. Is like, is Jake gonna be there?
Lacking information
right now. Yeah, maybe it's just communication. Maybe Jake, but that's not the thing because I feel like when you're actually like talking to Jake, like, you know, he's very vocal about what he's thinking, but in communicative.
Well, you have to like dig for the answer. It's like the answer will not be presented unless you are digging for it.
I don't think we have that if we're talking to him. If we're like in a situation where it's just like we're talking or we're all together in a group and it's just very.
But that's also like in person.
A response from him, yeah, in person. But being outside and not, yeah, just getting a response or getting feedback when you're not face to face is difficult with Jake. And Jake to go the extra mile to talk to you, like that's something that that he struggles with a little bit.
Ouch. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer to be creative, I guess.
He prefers to think rather than speak. What about me?
So for you, I'm trying to figure out the.
I feel like you're gonna say I like to be right again.
Oh no. That actually I'm okay with.
no. Yes,
It's
but I'm
not,
okay with
it's
that.
not the issue with you being right. It's how you get there. You're just an asshole about it sometimes.
Well,
And
I'm
that's the
very
thing.
frank about it. I
I don't think you.
I'm very
Oh my
short and
god.
quick to the point.
Think I think asshole is fitting. I don't think you mean to be. I don't think you intentionally mean to be. But you know how like some people have resting bitch face. You have a resting bitch response.
Resting bitch
You just always,
response.
it's like your mannerisms on how you talk, and I don't think you mean to come across. Actually, I know you don't mean to come across that way. Like I think if you hurt someone's feelings, you'd be confused as to why they were offended by what you said.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how
Isn't it
better to
crazy
put
that
it.
we've Isn't it crazy that we've been doing this for like a year? Like in our earlier recordings that we put out, that was around uh
Like
New
January.
Year's. Like I remember like one of our first episodes we were doing like resolutions and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
talking about New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, we're coming up on a
should,
year.
we should go back and listen to those resolutions we had. See if there's any resolutions that had to do with the podcast. See how we've come along.
Yeah. I think I can think of one resolution I think that I probably brought up was that I probably wanted to smoke less weed, and I've definitely nailed that one.
Not by your choice.
I
By your
mean,
body.
by a situation that assisted me in my choice.
Oh yeah, you had some assistance. I'm sure if we all had major assistance like that with resolutions, that we'd probably all be a bit better at them. If we all ended up in the hospital because we didn't stick to our resolutions, I'm pretty sure a lot more would get done.
Yeah. Or
I do have I brought that point up earlier about the Black Friday week, and then it just kind of turned into a joke. But I did have like a follow up, and like I think that was one of the things that I think that was good that came out of COVID. And I was wondering if you guys had any other COVID restriction things that
oh yeah.
have changed that we hope is to stay, or that we're kind of hoping disappear. But
Oh yeah.
some COVID after effects, you know.
Yeah, like I've got a pretty big one that affected a lot of people who at least had the opportunity to do so, which is that a lot of COVID basically forced a lot of people to work from home, and I think that's like people who were basically working in offices or whatever who could do the same work from home. I think that's a really awesome change because like for my sister who's like a paralegal, she does like she does a lot of her work at home, but then she still goes into the office because it's like she feels like she's more productive in the office, but like for a lot of people who are able to be just as productive when they are at home, it's like I think that was awesome for a lot of people who just like had the opportunity to work from home doing the same thing, and
It's been a
now
big one for my brother too. He's a lawyer and he said the same thing where he definitely gets more work done at the office, but it's nice not having to make that commute unless he actually like has to. Like he can also get
right.
stuff done sufficiently from home. He like lives in the city, so just not having to deal with the city bullshit. I think it's
Yeah.
definitely nice. And just being able to have lunch at home and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like that happened that affected a lot of people like in the online entertainment industry, but also with like really anything that deals with like computers where you would be dealing with like working on a computer in the office where you could do the same work on your computer at home. It's just like it just adds like a more comfortable workspace where you can like you have it just it brought more options, and so it's not necessarily that like because I know a lot of people after COVID were like happy to go back to work because it was like it's a different dynamic working in person with people and like creative people working together and getting stuff done as opposed to like emailing back and forth and Zoom calling whatnot and creating different content because you can't create the same kind of content when you're alone at home versus when you're like in an office creating content in person together. But the mix of both, I feel like, is definitely a better brings a better result than where we were pre-COVID, it was just like it's just work at the office, and if you're at home, you're just not working.
I definitely think it's better just for the world as well, just in terms of the infrastructure of everything, like traffic, cars being
Oh
on the
yeah,
road, people being out all
environmental.
yeah, it's and just health benefits too, with like less contact with people and like people actually staying home when they're sick and just germs not being spread and whatnot. I think
Yeah, I
that'll be the
mean
big thing
that
for me is
that
just
argument kind of goes both ways because like if you like it's good to it's good to get some it's good to get like a decent amount of germs for your immune system to keep working. Cuz if you never have the flu um and then when you're and then I don't know, when you're like older and then you get hit with the flu at some point and you've never had any contact with the flu before, like not even like the point where like you had a possible exposure but your immune system took care of it before you got sick, like if it was just direct, you literally never had contact with the flu and then you got sick with the
right,
flu, it'll hit you way harder than it would if you had ever
definitely,
built up some
definitely. I think that's
resistance.
what's going on now. Everyone's been like so on top of like everything and not getting sick for a while because no one wanted to get sick because of COVID.
Yeah.
And people who like didn't or like had their job held on to their job and didn't want any reason to lose their job. But now that things are starting to go back to normal, it seems like everybody's getting sick all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean
Like
it's
I just had a bad cold that I really struggled with, and like around the same time, while everybody was getting like flu just went around like a plague. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense because it's like, while, I mean, it go once again. This also goes both ways because like, if these viruses are unable to like continue spreading and whatnot, then like a lot of them will just end up like dying off or just not I don't know, like I don't know because like in theory with like the whole like quarantine thing that we were like failed to do when covid started to like everybody to like hardcore quarantine so that we would the covid virus would just die and not get to the point where it would be like the flu or the cold where it's just a virus that is just out there circulating in the population, which we failed to we just failed to quarantine it and I don't know what the proper terminology would be, but just let it die. So now it's gone to the point where COVID is, or specifically COVID-19 is just going to be one of the viruses like the flu and like a cold that it just circulates through the population, and it'll take time before everybody will have some form of like natural resistances to it, but like those like the vaccines and whatnot gave us all that synthetic resistance to it as if it were a virus that were around for 50 years already. So it's it's what, but my point was it like when we did quarantine, I wonder what happened to like the cold and flu viruses, if a lot of them like a lot of those strains must have just died out entirely and like went extinct, and then some of like obviously less than there were, but some of them are still out there, but they're just um uh propagating again now that everybody's back to normal. See, I don't even know, like, cause like in terms of like the cold and flu thing, like I don't even know if it matters, like positively or negatively that we, cause we obviously as a species or as like an individual, we
As
lost.
a species.
Well, I mean, the overall immunity level dropped because we weren't interacting with foreign bacteria as much, but yeah, I don't know, but but also at the same time, it killed a lot of the foreign bacteria because it wasn't able to spread. So it's just like it's interesting. Bacteria, I should say viruses.
That kind of brings up a point that I was gonna bring up some other time, but I feel like having to bus for as long as I did really boosted my immune system. and like I rarely get sick anymore. It's really weird because you'd think you get sick more often on the bus, but I was busing like to a full-time job, right? Home and like to there and back twice a day, 5 days a week, and like just sitting on the bus. It was gross. There was people coughing and like sneezing, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't get sick. And this was during COVID too. I don't think I actually got COVID ever, but I feel like that really boosted my immune system a lot to the point where it's kind of annoying. Everyone at my work is getting sick and getting days off, and I'm just like, I'm fine. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Is that what boosted your immune system though, or you were also super diligent?
You
with
did
wearing a
something with your
mask
mic.
when COVID hit. Is
I think you're blocking your mic or something.
that better?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was weird.
What did you say?
I was just gonna say Jake was also super diligent in wearing a mask. Like even as the mask mandate was lifted, it was like, nah, I ain't trusting none of you. I don't want none of your germs by my face. Like you were just super mask heavy for a while. So I feel like that also really helped a lot.
I mean, the mask, like it's been like this shouldn't be like this should be well known information at this point, but the mask is more effective at keeping your germs to yourself rather than not picking up other people's germs. Like if someone else is sick next to him without a mask and he's got a mask on, it's not going to be as effective at of protecting him from their virus as if he was sick with a mask on and someone next to him didn't have a mask on. It would be like the mask is better containing than keeping things out, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I heard those too, but yeah, I don't know because I think the mask definitely did kind of help with not getting sick.
Yeah, no, it definitely would help. Yeah,
but I still think doing the busing boosted the immune system. And I wonder if the mask kind of put a damper on how often I would get sick as well. Where like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the mask did have some impact on getting sick. I know. I have heard like it is more to keep other people from getting sick from you, but I feel like it did have an effect on me getting sick as well.
definitely. Yeah, like it's like if you're gonna it's like if you inhale some like I don't know, airborne illness or whatever, some airborne viruses, and you get like I don't know, like 100,000 particles of like I don't know, bad air versus getting like 10,000 or like 1,000 or like a 500 particles. It's like your body will way more easily be able to take care and destroy like the 1% fraction of that like same like virus. Because it's like 1% versus like 100 times more of that substance. So, like, if there's just that much more of it, it'll be more likely for you to get sick.
Right.
So, like, having exposure to, like, a little bit would still improve your immunity with less risk of you getting sick.
Yeah. What I'm hearing is I should go on the bus. Like, more.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, like, every day for many weeks before it would have any effect, probably. If you just went on the bus now, you'd probably just get sick right away, I think.
Right. So, I need a...
I mean, it's like just like the same...
I need to do something.
It's the same... Are you sick already? It's the same idea as like when you are like if you're raising a kid, like you don't want to be like a super freak clean like freak with your kid because then then your kid's gonna have absolutely no immunity to anything, and when the first time they get sick, they'll be fucked. They'll be
make
fucked.
My kid eat one meal a week off the toilet seat.
Okay, but
that immune system.
that's not.
The toilet seat is actually like pretty clean too. Like
it's
unless
like
he's eating the feces, then that's a whole other story.
and that would also
like your ass isn't touching anything when you go out in public. Like it's
also
in your pants. That's like no germs really.
And it's also your germs. It's like interacting with your own germs
germs,
aren't going to
not
do
his
anything. But your kid's around you all the time anyway. That wouldn't matter. It
Keeping my kid in a box.
yeah. Keep him in a
Call
glass
child protecting
box.
Services on you for making your kid eat out of the toilet and live in a box.
Nah, this kid isn't even. This is a hypothetical kid here we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was funny. Maybe that was funny.
How many kids are you guys gonna have? How many kids do you guys want to have?
I mean, like, as long as I'm financially stable, I'm okay with having a few, like 2, maybe 3. I feel like 3 tops, as long as I can afford it without like making them eat off the toilet seat, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I bounce back and forth between this a lot because every now and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a kid because I'm a big like doing things in pairs kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I think if I want like if I'm gonna have a kid, I'm gonna have 2 like around the same age so they can kind of grow up together and whatnot. And if I'm gonna have 3, I'm gonna have 4. The thing and 4, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. So I think ideally 2 if I had any. Maybe like 3 and adopt one type of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Because at the same time, I'm like, man, fuck kids. Like it's a lot of work, you know, a lot of responsibility. Having, that's something you're responsible for and reflects you.
Yeah.
Your kid definitely does reflect you. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Say, what about you?
Yeah, like it really comes down to like what Jake said. It's like as long as I'm like financially like set, like if I was like rich as fuck, like if I had like a lot of money, then I'd be like, yeah, I mean, maybe I'll have a couple kids. But like the way it stands, unless something significant changes, it's a solid 0 for me. Unless I get fucking loaded, then that might change in the future. But I don't assume I'm gonna get like absolutely rich, and so I would like to, cause like I want to make a decent amount of money. I want to be able to spend that money on me. Like I want to be able to enjoy the money that I earned, and I want to have like a nice life, and I want to have like a great retirement. And so if having kids gets in the way from me living great into my retirement, then it's a heavy no. Like definitely not.
So you think having a kid could impact that?
Did you just walk into the toilet?
No.
Are you sure?
Does it sound like I'm in the toilet?
It sounds like you're in the toilet.
You gotta go. Hold on. I'll reset up.
Oh. That's so funny that I actually guessed it.
Gotta wash my hands still.
I don't even remember what he said.
Yeah, me neither. What was the question?
I don't know. Like I was just like talking about how like I'm not gonna have kids unless like my financial status changes significantly.
Well, I think that's as good as any place to end.
Gee, what did you say? What did you say? You were like asking me something when you were on the toilet.
Oh, I said I had to wash my hands still.
No, before that, when I asked you if you went to the toilet, you were asking me something.
Over here?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just telling you I needed to wash my hands.
No, you didn't say that.
I was like, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Before I asked you, you were asking me something. What were you asking me when you were on the toilet?
Oh, I was asking you if like having kids could seriously impact your life that much.
Well, yeah, of course. Dude, are you kidding me? It costs so much money to raise a kid. They say it costs like $1 million to raise a kid from like the day they were born to they're like 18 years old. That's per kid. That's $1 million you're gonna spend on a kid for 18 years. That's a lot of fucking
Not
money.
that much if you think about it.
That's not even probably caught up with these days inflation rates. Like, that's probably like $1.5-2 million, probably like $1.5 million per kid. And you're saying $1 million isn't a lot of money? Are you sane?
No. I'm saying $1 million is a lot of money, but I think you will definitely through in 18 years spend $1 million easy.
Yeah, if I have a kid.
Kid or not. Oh, but even without a kid.
But that's another $1 million. Okay, that's okay. No, think about it. No. Shalom. Think about it. Go on.
I'm aware that it's a lot of money having a kid. I'm not saying you're gonna save money by having a kid.
No, yeah. No.
It definitely is expensive, but $1 million doesn't seem like a crazy amount to me.
You're crazy because
for what a kid entails, $1 million doesn't seem that wild.
But it's not about what the kid entails. It's about being able to afford it. It's not about what the kid entails.
Yeah.
That's a completely different thing. Okay, on top.
No, hold on. Okay, I'm arguing two different points again. More my question for you is if do you think having a kid is seriously gonna stop you from enjoying life? More so what I was getting at.
No.
Not being able to have that extra $1 million, do you think that's actually gonna take away from your happiness even if you have a kid?
Okay, I'm saying this hinges on if you can afford it or not. If you can't afford it, you're gonna be living in hell. It's going to be 18 years of overworking and lack of enjoyment and only enjoying things that that you're enjoying things about your kid, but your life, when you have a kid, your life is no longer about you. And if you can't even afford to have that kid, then you're not going to be having a good time. That's
why I said as long as I'm financially stable, 2 to 3 kids.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm not going broke.
Right. So if I cuz Shalom, what I'm saying is if I have if I can afford to spend on top of how much it costs to live whatever I'm doing, say if I own a house, I'm paying a mortgage on it, I'm paying cuz I'm not going to be able to outright buy a house, and I'll be paying a mortgage for a long time. And so, assume we're paying mortgage, I'll also be paying property taxes, and so I'm also going to be paying for food, I'm also going to be paying for, car insurance, blah, 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 all that, on top of all of the living expenses. If it costs, $1 million to raise a kid, that's an additional fucking $60,000 a year.
I'm agreeing with that. Yeah.
So if I can't, if I don't just have that money, then no, that's heavily going to impact my life. If I have the money, then that's a different story.
As long as ideally throughout your career before you have kids, you're getting close to making $100,000 a year, and then you have your significant other who's also ideally getting close to that. So that's $200,000 a year. In a good scenario, I guess it would be a little less than that in an average scenario, but it still seems doable as long as you're decently far enough.
Yeah, but that's 100,000 a year. That's top 1% in the world. So yeah, that's possible, but for the average person, that's not possible. Yeah,
I thought average making price was $70,000 a year.
I don't know what that is, but it's that would be average in North America where we live, not around the world. Like we're so much better off
so.
here around like we're already living in like the top 10%. Like just the fact that we live here and we're like able to like work in this economy as opposed to like in a third world country.
Man, it's too damn expensive to live here.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. And
It is
yeah.
how much it is.
And it was so much easier to live here like 50 years ago. Like the previous generation, like our parents, like they did not have to work hard to be able to pay for a livable like a lifestyle, a lifestyle where you could live with financial ease. Like you just had to work like an average job, like an average 40 hours a week, and you were set. But now it's like yeah, good fucking luck with that.
I feel like that could be a topic for a whole other podcast. Like
It's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we wrap up? We've been going a while now.
Are you having a good toilet?
Dude, it just keeps coming.
All right. Yeah. Why don't you end it over there on the toilet?
All right. Just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. Be sure like, subscribe.
Oh boy, yeah.
All right, before we wrap up,
Okay, they're gone. Nobody's gonna be listening to this.
I don't think they're gone.
Okay, that's so weird. Now it's like showing me that Shalom's not even talking, and it's only Jake talking when Shalom is talking.
Liam,
Yeah.
open Snapchat.
Oh, so you guys recorded together. I don't even open the Snapchat yet.
I'm actually surprised that it lasted until the end of the podcast. I thought you were going to pick up on it on the first before the podcast started.
Well, I mean, that fucking makes sense. Why I fucking that makes sense. Why it didn't fucking make any sense.
I'm so puzzled.
So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Rip audio.
Be sure if you want to check more of what we got going on, take a look at the website. On the website, you can see direct connections to our Instagram and to our YouTube channel, where you could also subscribe and tell us how you like it and what you thought of it. Thought this bit of me and Jake recording in the same room was gonna have more substance to it than it did, but
Yeah, now that I know that you guys are recording in the same room, I'm honestly surprised that it was such a normal episode.
yeah, that's what we were going for. Wanted to see how long it would take before you notice, and Jake's like, he's gonna notice right away. But instead, you were just like, this is weird.
Well, it didn't make any fucking sense.
This whole time, we've been bouncing back and forth on who mutes and who doesn't mute and who.
Well, it's like, the only thing that I've been able to notice is that Jake's been muting on Discord. I guess you were muting on your own mic.
Nope.
Well, I wouldn't be able to see that.
When I'm in the bathroom. Like this.
That's just Jake's mic.
Across the room.
Yeah.
We did it earlier, but I guess clearly you weren't looking at Discord.
No, I wasn't. Wow.
I kind of liked that, actually. Like, recording in the same room kind of makes it an interesting thing. So it feels different than podcasting, just all three of us in separate rooms.
Right.
Try it sometime.
Hey, guys. Guys, we'll catch you next time we catch you. Thanks for tuning in. It's been fun. Catch you when we catch you.
What if we drop them?
All right. Later. And well, if we drop them, then we don't have to pay $1 million a year. Dead baby joke.